bench.
Cardoso with the miss. Angel Reese picks it up, what she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, give me that. How about another? Persistence trying to pay off. Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese won't give up. Jones with another block.
Well, it may be time for Angel Reese to consider taking up a different game.
Look, Angel Reese just turned her home opener into the ultimate blooper reel. Missing every shot like the rim suddenly became a black hole. Layups? More like lay-no-ups, as if the basket ghosted her on purpose. Did the Liberty team sprinkle some magic anti-Angel dust, or did she forget she's supposed to score? This meltdown wasn't just embarrassing, it was legendary. Buckle up, because we're about to break down the most jaw-dropping, face-palm-worthy performance you didn't know you needed to see.
Reese back in action against the New York Liberty, and what did she do last year? When it came to the double-doubles, she broke records. Angel Reese picking up right where she left off, breaking more WNBA records, but unfortunately for Sky fans,
Angel Reese's home opener was something else. You know how people tune in to the WNBA expecting thrilling high-level basketball? Yeah, well, some watch Caitlin Clark, because she's an electrifying baller with moves that make you gasp. Then there's Angel Reese. People watch her clips like they're sitcom reruns, because honestly, it's the easiest comedy in the league. Miss every shot? Check. Layups that look like they belong in a blooper reel? Double check.
I actually feel bad for Angel Reese at this point, and it has nothing to do with like how she's handled herself or anything. It's just simply Caitlin Clark is so much better than Angel Reese at basketball that it doesn't feel fair.
Yeah, I think Angel Reese is struggling with the fact that Caitlin Clark is better at her best thing than she is.
Now let's get real. Angel had 4 teammates, wide open. 4. Imagine having an open freeway and choosing to slam headfirst into a brick wall instead. Passing the ball? Now that's too mainstream. The ball was apparently glued to her hands like it owed her money. Newsflash. Angel, basketball is a team sport, not a one-woman struggle fest. Maybe pass once in a while so your teammates can feel involved and, maybe score some points.
But then I came across the clip, and you see some more, and then you see some, and then you see again, and it's oh my goodness, this is just as bad as that play-by-play says. And the funniest part.
But wait, there's more. After this spectacular display of shooting woes and questionable decision-making, she had the audacity to act like she deserved a bigger paycheck. Bigger paycheck? Girl, you should be handing out cash to your teammates after this show. I'm just saying, if missing every shot and refusing to pass was a profession, she'd be the CEO. This is the same player who threatened to walk away if she didn't get paid what she thinks. Well, here's a thought. How about you earn that money first?
While that was happening, something, as the kids would say, diabolical was taking place last night. And it was Angel Reese setting women's basketball back 30,000 years.
Watching this performance, I honestly thought it was impossible to look worse than last season. But Angel proved me wrong, and not in a good way. Her shooting was so off-market, even the Liberty fans started feeling sorry for her. I half expected her to trip over the baseline just to give the crowd some extra entertainment. Spoiler alert, no tripping happened, but the embarrassment was more than enough.
Bad. If a team scores less points than the amount of fingers you have, that is a serious issue. But Tyler Marsh, salute to you. Salute to you. You are going to ride out with this Angel Reese point forward nonsense. I most thoroughly appreciate your contribution to the WNBA. Thank you, Tyler Marsh. Thank you.
Now, contrast this with Caitlin Clark. People watch Caitlin because every dribble, every step, every shot screams excitement. She's like a highlight reel in human form. Angel, she's like that broken GIF that loops the same fail over and over. If you want jaw-dropping basketball, you watch Caitlin. If you want to laugh and to question your life choices, you watch Angel's highlights. And hey, let's not pretend this was just a bad night. This was a bad season and a bad attitude to boot. Sitting her down for the rest of the game would have saved everyone from the secondhand embarrassment. Honestly, the coach deserves some credit for not pulling the fire alarm and evacuating the arena early. So what's the takeaway? Angel Reese needs to either start sharing the ball or consider a career in slapstick comedy, because at this rate, she's giving the WNBA's best players a run for their money in one category, how to entertain fans, but not in the way she hoped. If you thought the WNBA home opener was going to be a showcase of talent, teamwork, and athletic grace, well, Angel Reese decided to redefine showcase as a masterclass in how not to play basketball. Missed every shot? Check. Layups so bad they looked like she was trying to swat a fly instead of score? Double check. If this was some avant-garde performance art piece, I guess it succeeded. Otherwise, it was just embarrassing.
Angel Reese went 4 of 12 from 3 feet or less from the basket. She shot 33% on fucking layups. Stop, people. They're not in the same league.
Let's talk about the passing, or the glaring lack thereof. Watching Angel with the ball is like watching someone who's just discovered the concept of sharing but has absolutely no interest in it. 4 teammates wide open, and she still held onto the ball like it was a priceless artifact she was sworn to protect. In a game where spacing and ball movement are supposed to be everything, Angel acted like she was auditioning for a solo act in a world that desperately needs a team performance. It's like she thought passing was some kind of betrayal, like if she gave the ball away, the whole universe might implode. And here's the kicker. While the rest of the team looked ready to explode from frustration, Angel kept shooting like she was auditioning for a remake of Bricklayer basketball. Except the bricks were real, and each shot was a brick perfectly aimed to miss. This wasn't just off shooting, it was a full-on refusal to be effective. At some point you wonder if she even cares. Or maybe she's just playing a high-stakes game of how many shots can I miss before someone notices? Because how do you cheer someone who can't make a layup in a home opener? You don't. You just hope the game ends quickly before it becomes a viral highlight reel for all the wrong reasons.
Is this really for real? But I'm going to show you this video because if you haven't seen it yet, you're going to absolutely fall out of your chair laughing. I know what I'm going to call this. I'm going to call this the curse of Dave Portnoy. Barstool Sports El Presidente. He went on a rant about that Ryan Clark stuff, and he said all he had to say about Angel Reese and Ryan Clark and that whole mess. And I will say this, his rant cursed Angel Reese because she proceeded to have the absolute worst game of her life.
Now, the part that really takes the cake is Angel's demand for more money. Let's just pause and imagine that. Demanding a raise after a performance that makes a slow-motion train wreck look smooth? That's bold. That's the kind of confidence you either admire or you roast relentlessly on every social media platform known to man. And spoiler alert, social media chose the roast. Remember, this is the same Angel Reese who threatened to walk away from the league if she didn't get the paycheck she thinks she deserves. Which makes you ask, what exactly is she paying for? Because based on this game, she might owe the league some money for damaging their credibility. She definitely owes her teammates some respect. And definitely owes fans a better show. Let's be clear, money talks, but performance screams. And what we heard from Angel was not a scream of dominance. It was the sound of a microphone falling off the stage during the biggest moment of the season. You don't get paid more because you show up. You get paid more because you deliver. And right now, Angel's delivery is in the express mail, straight to Failure City. Caitlin doesn't just play the game, she owns it. Watching her is like watching a chess grandmaster who's always 3 moves ahead. She dribbles, she passes, she scores. And the crowd? They hang on every move like it's the latest episode of the most addictive show on TV. Her basketball IQ is off the charts, and the refs probably hate her because she knows the rules better than they do.
Women coming in, not this year, but next year, or because the ones coming this year will still be on the rookie contract again. Mm-hmm. The ones the year after, they're gonna get more. They probably gonna be making more than us.
No, they are.
I'm hurt.
They are. Like, yeah. I've been in the meetings. They are.
I need to get in the. I need to get in the field.
You need to come to the
meetings.
meetings.
I gotta get in the meetings because I'm hearing like, yeah, they don't give us. If y'all don't give us what we want, like.
Angel Reese says WNBA players could go on strike over salary and benefits. All right, so Angel Reese says this. Rob, if you want to play this clip, You know what I love watching? I love watching her highlights of missing shots. She's got to be the worst shooter you've met in your life.
People tune in to watch Caitlin Clark because she delivers electricity, precision, and pure basketball brilliance every single time she steps on the court. She's must-see TV. Angel Reese? Not quite the same story. Most folks probably throw on her games when they've run out of sitcoms to binge. Let's be honest, people watch Angel Reese not for the highlights, but for the bloopers, the chaos, and those jaw-dropping "is this real life?" moments that feel more like reality TV than professional basketball. It's almost unfair to compare them, but here we are. One is a rising star, the other is a cautionary tale in how to waste potential in a packed arena. And it's not just the fans who notice. Teammates notice too. Having a player who refuses to pass, misses every shot, and acts like the rules don't apply to her isn't just bad for the team's record. It's bad for morale. 4 wide-open teammates ignored? That's the fastest way to make friends. Or enemies. It's no wonder the coach should have benched her after the first quarter and saved everyone the embarrassment. But apparently, the idea of sitting Angel out was as unpopular as a mosquito at a picnic. What makes this whole situation even more ridiculous is that Angel had the chance to redeem herself on that court and chose instead to double down on bad decisions. In a league where teamwork should be king, she played like a lone wolf. A very, very clumsy lone wolf. She treated the ball like it was a hot potato and showed no interest in creating opportunities for anyone else.
Look, we got to be honest about Angel Reese here. We've got to be honest. She can't score layups. That's a fact. That's a fact, and we need to question, because I'm not even gonna say I got gaslit. Like, I made so many videos about Angel Reese's trainer saying she needs a new trainer. Angel Reese needs a new trainer.
Her shot selection was baffling too. You'd think after missing every shot she might try something different. Pass the ball, drive to the basket, or at least try a free throw. Nope. She kept launching bricks like she was building a fortress of failure. It's almost like she wanted to set a new record for most misses in a single game. Congratulations, Angel. You're well on your way. And all this comes after a season where she was already on shaky ground. If it was possible to look worse than last year, she found a way to do it. She's not just regressing. She's free-falling into a basketball abyss while everyone watches in disbelief. You'd expect some humility, some self-awareness, but instead we get threats, demands, and performances that defy logic. The WNBA is not just watching this unfold. They're panicking because Angel Reese isn't just one bad game. She's becoming a symbol of everything that's wrong in parts of the league: immaturity, selfishness, and a complete lack of accountability. It's a recipe for disaster that threatens to drag down the league's reputation just when Caitlin Clark and others are trying to build it up.
People about the Angela Reese versus Caitlin Clark thing. To all the black people out here trying to make it a racial issue, y'all delusional. Angela Reese is garbage. Pure garbage. In terms of a skill set, her versus Caitlin, she's garbage. She plays like a toddler. There's no finesse, no smoothness, no beauty, no poetry, no skill set to her game at all. She's garbage. Stop being delusional.
And then there's the elephant in the room, the referees. Are they ignoring Angel's behavior? Are they letting her get away with murder on the court because she's a star? Or are they equally baffled by her decisions? Given the recent controversies about biased officiating, it's hard to say. But one thing's clear. If you're going to demand more money, you better be bringing your A game every night. And not just to the drama. Angel's refusal to pass the ball and her cold streak weren't just poor choices. They were strategic mistakes that cost her team the game. It's like watching someone trying to drive a car with the emergency brake on and wondering why they can't move forward. The team chemistry suffers, the fans lose interest, and the league's credibility takes a hit. And yet, despite all this, Angel's attitude remains unshaken. The demands for more money, the threats to walk away, these all scream entitlement. It's a paradox wrapped in a basketball jersey. Want more cash? Great. Then show why you deserve it. Until then, meanwhile, Caitlin Clark keeps showing up, dazzling fans and making basketball look like the beautiful game it's supposed to be. She's the kind of player who makes you want to watch every second, because you never know what masterpiece she's going to create next. Angel Reese? She's the reason some people put on their comedy hats instead of basketball jerseys.
Angel Reese needs to be better at basketball. I'm not talking about as a person. I'm not talking about as a podcaster. I'm not talking about at the Met Gala. She needs to be a better player if we want this rivalry to be able to have some staying power. She had a very, very busy offseason. But at this moment, it does not seem like the offseason involved a lot of mic-in drills of left-handed layups. Right now, Angel Reese, she is a wildly famous rebounder.
This isn't just about one bad game or one player having an off night. It's about what happens when talent meets attitude meets entitlement without accountability. The league needs to look hard in the mirror and decide if this is the standard they want to set. Because if Angel Reese represents the face of WNBA stardom, the league might be in for a long, rocky season. So what's the solution? For starters, Angel needs to sit down and realize that basketball is a team sport. That the fans aren't tuning in for solo acts of futility, that the paychecks she dreams of come from performances worthy of applause, not groans. The league needs to set clearer standards, enforce discipline, and maybe consider who they're rewarding with big contracts. Because as long as Angel Reese keeps missing shots, refusing to pass, and demanding more money, the WNBA is going to keep losing credibility faster than a shot clock violation. The contrast between her and Caitlin Clark is a daily reminder that talent alone isn't enough. Attitude, teamwork, and consistency matter a lot. Until Angel figures that out, the fans will keep watching. Some for the love of the game, some for the cringeworthy comedy that is Angel Reese's performance. And honestly, both make for great entertainment.